Go.
Hey there, welcome to Step It Up. I'm Helene.
And I'm Penelope, and we're empowering the overweight to overcome.
Yes, we are, because we've done it.
We've done it. Yeah.
So we're really excited about you guys commenting on our last video. It was really unexpected. And so we just wanted to talk about one theme that really stood out to us.
Yeah, I'm going to insert the photo right here of the video, but this is the video. And basically, this video did really well, and it was a transformation video of when I was 300 pounds heavy. And almost all of the comments, if not all of them, say, bullying works, bullying works. This is just proof that bullying works. And I have to just disagree with that because I don't believe that bullying works at all. Bullying was the reason I got to that point. That's why I got so fat, I believe. It's part of the reason. Because of all the bullying, because of people who told me, you can't eat that, don't eat that, why are you eating so much, why are you eating that? And I would just like eat lunch in the bathroom alone and hide because people would like be so mean to me when I ate food at school. They would be so mean to me and criticize me and tell me I was fat and ugly. So there's like so much shame that gets built up. So I feel like that's the reason I would hide out and binge eat. That's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, I mean, my nickname in kindergarten was Fatso. And
Terrible.
that extended pretty much throughout my entire high school and adolescence and, all that stuff. So I really understand what it's like to feel bullied. I mean, it wasn't as trendy when I was a kid. It was kind of just normal. Like, kids are mean and you just got to deal with it. And I have to say that, like, the bullying definitely became part of my inner voice. And I think that I've probably become my worst bully. And I'm sure that those of you who commented about bullying, I would imagine that you know firsthand what it's like. Either you've been bullied or you're a bully. It definitely made me not want to bully anyone ever because it was like so hard. My mom used to say, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can never hurt me. I mean, I used to come home from school every day like crying because kids were so mean and calling me names. And she's like, oh no, they just like you.
I know.
I'm like, Mom, no, actually, maybe they did. But she's like, no, they just want your attention. They just like you. That's just their weird way of like telling you they like you.
Isn't that so funny? Because you did the same thing to me when I would tell her. I'd be like,
stones may break my bones.
No. I would come home and be like, Mom, they're saying all these mean things. And she'd be like, Penelope, they just think you're beautiful. That's why they're saying that. And I'm like, they're telling me I'm fat and ugly because they think I'm beautiful. Like, what do you mean? Like,
well, it's like you stand out. You're definitely different. You stand out. I mean, we stand out. We even today when we walk into a place, like we stand out.
Now we do, yeah.
We always have. You can't like hide from your shadow. It's just always there with you. I mean, some people just look different. Like if you and I walk into an all black neighborhood, we're gonna stand out.
Yeah.
If a zebra decides to, come into our neighborhood, we're going to be like, oh my gosh, there's a zebra, It's like, wow. And it's different. It's like, what's wrong with this picture? But at the same time, it's like, oh, this just doesn't look like everyone else. You're different. And yeah, I mean, I was definitely heavyset. I think I was 100 pounds in 3rd grade, which was a lot. I was always tall. I was always overweight, and that's just what set the stage for the backdrop of even how I see myself. So those bullies, I really became my inner voice, and I really listened to that a lot. Even today I bully myself, and it's tough. And so I wouldn't say so much that it works, folks. I would say that it's just part of the journey towards the recovery of myself, because it pointed out like a sore spot that I didn't want to look at. Glaringly, they pointed it out over and over again. Like I didn't make the cut for the friends. I didn't make the cut for the team. I didn't make the cut for the whatever. Grades were okay, but it was okay to do that. But like all the things that really mattered socially, like, there's a lot of bullying that goes on.
Yeah, I had the same thing. Like, I was never like the first one on the team, the first one in class. Like I never like made that cut. I was never like in that friend group. I always wanted to be, but I was always like bullied because like I was bullied out of them basically. Like, no, you're not, your hair isn't blonde enough, or you're not skinny enough to be part of this group.
Or dance.
Dance.
Remember, like you were just like there. You don't have a dancer's body, you know. Like we can't put you
Yeah.
on this team, and you know it got to be. But then it changed. Like when we hit adolescence, it changes, and then people aren't as overt about it. It's more like behind your back, like whispering and then backstabby, and that's the way it is as adults too. Like I'm not going to pretend like you don't get bullied in the workplace. You don't get bullied if you're not in the workplace. You're a stay-at-home mom, like in the community. There's all kinds of backstabbing and gossiping and bullying that's going on.
Totally.
And I actually have to say, like it is a lack of discipline of the tongue. It is a lack of discipline inside of ourselves, and everyone does it.
Yeah.
But I actually don't think it's part of any solution that is viable, long-term, and real.
That's right.
It's just absolutely not. So we were like stunned. We're like, oh my gosh, like we had no idea that would be like the comment in the thread or the theme in the comments that were in the thread. But what I want to say is that I want to challenge everybody to think about bullying from a different perspective. Because it's our job now as adults to shift the way we're talking to ourselves.
Yeah.
And then when we can do that, then we're going to shift the way we're going to be talking to each other.
Right.
Because that bully causes a blame, it causes shame, it causes offense. It makes people want to stuff food in and stuff feelings down. It causes you to feel like defended, fearful. It's not a good place to be in, and I can guarantee that any results that you're creating from a bullying perspective are not going to be long-term.
Yeah. And to add to that, when people bully, it's just a true self-reflection of how they feel about themselves. It's really has nothing to do with you. It's really just about them and all the things they're going through. And if you can change your lens of how you look through people who are negative and speak negatively about you and bully you, then you can change how you look within yourself and how you respond and react to when people bully you, to bullying and to negative talk. Because then you can look through the lens of compassion.
Amazing. Well, that's like a secret to life right there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can do that, you're going to have different relationships, you're going to have different job opportunities, you're going to shift the way your health is, you're going to shift your happiness level, you're going to shift your long-term health. I mean, it's like there's so many things that are going to magically open up for you, but you're going to have to give up something.
Oh, yeah.
And there's this like wicked joy that people get, like bullying each other and
I
themselves.
know.
It's so weird and twisted. And so I am going to be judgmental about it because let me tell you, bullying myself has definitely not gotten me anywhere that's good.
Right.
It gives me a lot of like guilt and shame. It puts me in this blame shame cycle that is like really icky and doesn't feel good at all. It like sucks all the joy out of my life. It just makes my relationships terrible. I mean, it's one of the things that we really had to look at when I was trying to like help you.
Yeah.
And it was like this subconscious pattern that I couldn't see, that I had to look at more clearly. And it was this thing. It was actually this dark, twisted thing that is the backdrop of my existence because of all the bullying in my life that's now become my inner voice that I had to like take to the cleaners. I had to shed some light on it.
Yeah.
I had to clean out the attic and just be like, hey, no more. So it's not so much like annihilating the bully, it's like making friends with it. So if you guys like to bully, then we're going to love you. We're going to love you because you're part of our journey. But I do want to tell you that if you're looking for long-term results and you want to like lose weight forever and find peace and love and happiness and health in your heart, bullying is not that.
No.
Self-love is that. And bullying is like the hate, and self-love, is the freedom. And that's also the difference between getting short-term results that are short-lived and long-term results that last forever.
Yeah.
And happiness and also pain and suffering. And so bullying is part of the picture. I mean, wouldn't it be nice if there was no bullying?
Well, yes, and I also feel like bullying builds character. I think that the bullying
Maybe
helped
that's what they
me
meant.
get where I am. Some of them did mean that, and some of them were like, bullying was the only reason you got to where you did, and I was like, no. The reason I lost the weight, the reason I gained the weight was not because of just bullying. There's a lot of other things that added to that, and I'm not like I would say the only reason bullying helped and helped me get to where I am today is because it helps me understand people better and the world better. And now when I go into the workplace and I go into business meetings and with the sharks and everything, I look at things differently. I look at things from a compassionate lens, and I'm no longer reactive to human beings being unkind to each other. I look at everyone with compassion and I say, you're treating me this way and you have so many things going on in your life. Oh my gosh, like wow. That must be really painful for you, you know what I mean? It has nothing to do with me, and take nothing personally, because why do we care what people think about our lives?
Wow.
We're the ones living them, and we are in our own bodies controlling our own lives. You don't put food in my mouth, and you don't make me walk, so.
Wow, that's powerful, Penelope. That's some serious work right there.
It took me 18 years.
Wow. I mean, a lot of adults don't even like know how to do that, so that's amazing.
Now they do.
Yeah, but I definitely agree it builds character, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if you've got like a big brother or a big sister, or even a little sister who's like bullying you.
I wouldn't know, only child.
It trains you. It definitely trains you. I think having a big sis or a little sis, it can definitely train you. Yeah, to toughen up your skin. And so there, it does give you a little bit of a tough skin. But, bullying also, causes those fears, self-defense, shame mechanisms that really create layers that protect ourselves. And part of the eating phenomena is that we stuff it down. Like if you're craving something creamy and sweet, and you probably need a hug, but we're stuffing that feeling down because we might have gotten bullied. If you want something crunchy and salty, it might be because you're frustrated or angry, and you need an outlet for that emotion, but instead you're eating it. So it's a tricky thing.
Yeah.
But how we're talking to ourselves is a huge part of how we're succeeding in life. Mm-hmm. That inner voice comes with you in every business interview that you go on, job interview. It comes with you in every conversation that you're having, in every meal that you're making, in every workout that you're doing. And if you're coming at change in your life from I'm not good enough, bullying yourself, just trust me, it's a really tough place to come from. Usually there's either aggression or paralysis. Those are two ends of the spectrum inside of the bully spectrum. And paralysis, of course, is inertia, and you can't lose the weight because you can't get into exercise or do anything, or you get depressed. And then the aggression can also harm you. It can also cause a fire of transformation. It can cause that courage. But then there's this other octave that's available. Yeah. And that's where the magic happens. And that's where you get those long-term results. And that's what we do in our Step It Up program.
Yeah. And that's what we did. We used the Step It Up program to get where we are today, actually.
Yeah. And we want to share it with you. So we're starting a beta. Really excited. It's like late summer. So if you're interested in learning more about the program, be sure to DM us and give us your email address so that we can be in contact with you to understand more about your goals. So yeah, we'd love to share more with you as we go along this journey with you.